Hi everyone. Okay, I know I usually start off videos with something silly, I'm thinking something funny, but today's video, I can only start this by saying I am pissed, and I am sure you're going to be as well. Hi everyone, it's Isabella, and welcome back to the channel. Today's video, I am talking about something that I just found on my For You page, which honestly disgusted me. I have talked about child influencers and child exploitation on this channel because it's quite frankly gross how I see so many moms and content creators in general utilizing their kids and, in my opinion, exploiting them for money. And I do think that is what we are witnessing right now. And I'm very, very, very uncomfortable with that. So we're going to be talking about the Sweet Sisterhood, which is apparently a new content house or group that is launching that, in my opinion, is further exploitation of child influencers. So before we hop into today's video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell button down below. My TikTok, Instagram, second channel, so much more is down in the description below if you guys want to check it out. I have tons of good shit on there. And without further ado, buckle up, man. Get ready to have some breathing exercises because you're going to get stressed and pissed off at the same time. What is a content house? Let's get that out of the way. First things first, a content house is essentially where there is a big content page that's essentially a spider web out of connections to other influencers. We've seen content houses actually years and years ago. They kind of first started like the Hype House. There was David Dobrik, who had a lot of people just constantly working together. That was something that we saw years ago with adult influencers. Now we do see things like the Bop House, the Glow House, and so much more with content creators with one specific niche who make content on one specific platform, and then they do their own thing on their own separate pages. The concept of it is honestly really smart for an adult because if you go and network with somebody, you have access to similar people, similar work areas. I understand how that could be really enticing and helpful. Now, let me know if you guys would be interested in a deep dive into some of these houses, because all I'm going to say is there are some dark sides that I don't think a lot of the public sees that I would definitely love to talk about. With that, content houses are a thing. I don't care. Personally, I would rather drag my labia on hot concrete than live with a bunch of people and never be able to escape the influencer accent. That's just me though. To me, it gives sorority. That is just way too damn much. So that's what we see. Fine, do your own thing, happy for you. However, per usual, these weird-ass content creator parents think it's a phenomenal idea to make something similar. So that's when we introduce the Sweet Sisterhood, which is an account that was just created that I think has almost 40,000 followers at this time, that is around children who are content creators. Now, this house is very, very different, and I don't know if necessarily they are going to live together or are yet, but I do feel like if that is not the case, they are grooming these kids to essentially do something like that, which is just so gross to me. So we have several different content creators that are a part of this page, and I'm going to show you real quickly who they are, but they are all content creators that if you scroll through their pages, you're going to see that a hefty amount of them are all around posting their children. Now, one thing I want to make very, very clear, I have no problem if you are a mother and a content creator versus a mommy content creator, because half the time when I see mommy influencers, they are showing off their children. Majority of them is quite frankly utilizing their kids. And when majority, if not at least half of your content and income is based off of junior, you, in my opinion, are exploiting them versus someone who happens to have children, but majority of their content, their work, their life is about them and what they do. That makes a little bit more sense to me. But either way, as a content creator on social media, where we know there's a lot of creepy people on the internet, you would think that you would go out of your way to protect the most vulnerable people and your children. I guess we throw that out the window when there's a check present, but okay. So let's look and scroll through some of the accounts. I just went onto their YouTube channel because I wanted to see what this is going to be all about. Featured channels, the McClure twins. We have Nisha Noel, who first one is 4.17 million subscribers. Nisha Noel, who has 983,000. We have Scarlett and Tiana, who have 2.62 million, which I don't know if you guys remember, but I actually talked about them on my channel. The mom was caught multiple times being horrendously rude to her daughter and raising her voice over the fact that she wasn't shooting content correctly with the right angles. Yeah, so that's a wonderful start. Then we have Katie Stauffer, who is 1.91 million. Again, two young daughters right here. We have Garza Crew, 1.45 million. The Mighty McClures, 4 million. This is wrong. I haven't even seen any content that they're posting, and this is sick. The reason why I'm already having an issue with this is we are employing these kids to a level that they should not be. I, on my own, am trying to produce 12 videos between 2 YouTube channels, posting every single day on TikTok, sometimes twice, 3 times, depending on what I can do. Instagram at least several times a week, not to include editing, research, so much more. But simply the filming process alone takes hours, a lot of time, a lot of effort. If you have a child that's participating in this, more than likely it's going to take longer though, because you are having to essentially coach them, because there's no way in hell that content like this isn't in some way coached through. Making a child have an ultimate spa day or make slime and engage with the camera and know what an audience is something you have to teach them and raise them into. And when I see Scarlett and Tiana's YouTube channel where her child is all over the thumbnails, she is doing all of this work and she's still having to engage with strangers on the internet, you are a sick fuck. There is no other way around it, and I am so over it. So these creators, where they are going to be making content together, utilizing their children, I cannot believe we live in a world where this is a normal thing to see, is grown women and parents getting on these apps, seeing the crazy money they can make off of their child and go, oh. So let's scroll through some of these posts real quickly and react. And I have so much more that I want to say on this. So let's start with the first one.
While we're getting ready, let's talk about something really exciting.
I'm so excited to tell you guys.
We're officially the very first members being introduced in the Sweet Sisterhood.
It's a new content house just for the girls. My name is Britton. I'm 11 years old and I love singing, dancing, acting. I also love making new cute outfits and styles, but most of all, I like being a positive light in this world. My name is Bayla.
You are oh my God, I'm so sorry. I don't even know how to describe my emotion when I'm saying this, but I just want to cry for these kids. And I'm just mixed with this emotion of just being so angry and so sad because they're so young. I don't want to cry, and I'm not trying to make this overly dramatic, but I think people are not realizing how genuinely dangerous and sad this is for these kids. These kids are not, in my opinion, I do not believe these kids are actually able to live a normal life. Their life is surrounded by what content is going to look good and how they are going to sound and appease well to an audience. Addressing the audience's guys. There are already, over 1,171 saves on this. Do you know how many creepy fuckers can be on the internet saving this? You are practically handing them content. In fact, I've quite literally seen videos of people saying, yeah, child pedos will go out of their way to search for content like this because it's accessible and under the radar. And you willingly want to constantly post up your child and teach them, because there's no way an 11-year-old is wanting to consciously think about doing all these things for an audience. Are we serious right now? A content house. An 11 and a 9-year-old who should be playing, who should be having fun. Their mother is sitting back, more than likely gaining all of these benefits. This is disgusting.
I'm 9 years old. I love singing, acting, and doing gymnastics. I really want to inspire other girls to chase after their dreams.
If you guys don't know me, I am Nisha. I am Britton and Bayla's mom, and obviously their biggest fan. We are just super passionate about all things creative, dancing, singing, acting. We love fashion, expressing ourselves through what we wear. And honestly, we just really want to inspire other girls to go after their dreams and just to be who they are.
Our whole point in this house is we just want to make other girls feel confident being themselves. Exactly, that's the Sweet Sisterhood vibe.
Why is it a bunch of children's responsibility to get online and inspire others? This is their first time living too. They don't know. When I was 9 or 11, I was figuring out a lot of things. I was understanding what anxiety was. I was trying to make friends. I had so many things I was going through at that age. And when you're going through such transformative moments when you're young, I couldn't even fathom also having to think about adjusting myself for content. Because literally think about all of the developmental changes and adjustments that a kid is gonna go through. So much. And there's a lot of confusing things that happen, right? Like there's sometimes where you don't wanna talk, you don't wanna engage with your mom, you're really confused. Sometimes you have friendships that work, sometimes they don't. You have things that you want to attend. How is it that a child that wants to go have fun, live a normal, regular life is able to do that when the camera's shoved in front of their faces? But we need to remember that parents also need to be parents at the end of the day. I don't give a if a kid says, yep, this is really fun. We need to think about the long-term impacts and effects that this is going to have. A child having a platform this big is weird. It is weird. I don't think it's right. I think it's creepy. I think you are missing out on your childhood. This is wrong. A content house for kids is not necessary. There are so many amazing shows that are safe and entertaining for kids and other content creators that are safe for kids. This stuff, a child, a 9-year-old and 11-year-old should not have this concern of changing the world and inspiring other kids when they have barely yet experienced life themselves. And for a parent to instill this into them and make them think that this is a normal way of living instead of allowing them to play Barbies in their room quietly is gross.
You guys, we are so excited.
We are officially the 3rd members of the Sweet Sisterhood, a content house just for the girls.
For those of you who don't know how we started, Mila, when she was like 2 or 3, used to do these funny, sassy videos, making people laugh. And that's really what we're all about, making people laugh and smile.
Hi, my name is Mila. I'm 10 years old, and I like modeling. I'm so excited to be a part of this group because I want...
Oh my God. Okay, so guys, remember, this is an account on TikTok that has 3.2 million followers, and all of the content is mainly about their children. Why? Why are we doing that? This is not wholesome. And you know what's also incredibly alarming about this? This is going to impact generations. This is going to make kids think that they need to become influencers too or content creators when they are not ready. And additionally, exposing kids to internet unregulated, not in a safe way, may have them think that it's a good idea to have this kind of career, puts them in such an unsafe position. If they do not know how to handle themselves appropriately online, that can impact them for the rest of their life. I don't give a if a parent is present. This is wrong. There's no way around it. This is wrong.
Girls to feel encouraged and good about themselves and know that they can do anything they set their mind to.
Hi, my name is Emma. I'm 10 years old and I love drawing and acting. And one of the top reasons I'm so excited to be in this house is because one of my biggest strengths is advice. And I'm just so excited to give advice to girls my age.
Remember, I don't know, I was one of these kids where I was told you're so mature for your age. That's not necessarily the greenest flag or best thing to hear. Some of us grew up a little too fast because we had to. That's what I think these kids are expressing. When some of them are like, oh my gosh, they're so mature and giving advice, you should not be in a position like that at all.
Age.
And be that support system for them.
We both.
And for those who don't know, my name's Katie. I'm their mom. And I am so proud to be their mom because they are such kind, strong, creative girls, and I know that they will be such a positive light on all the girls out there. So my biggest advice is don't listen to the haters, don't let them dim your light, and anything is possible if you put your mind to it.
Guys, like my mom said, us girls, we can do anything.
Girl power!
You guys,
Get ready with us because today is kind of a big deal.
Have you heard of the Sweet Sisterhood? We're in! My name is Cody. I'm 8 years old. I love soccer, drawing, and making people laugh. And being a twin, the best. Hi, my name is Haven. I'm 8 years old.
They are babies and they have no idea how this is going to impact their life. The serious crisis that they are going to go over with their identity, crisis these kids are going to have, because when is it safe for them to grow up or make decisions that are not around what their parents are deciding? Because it's not like the child just said, yep, I want to pick up a phone and make money on the internet. Parents initiated and started this, in my opinion. So the parents are depending a shit ton on this income. This is going to end badly. A lot of these kids are going to distance themselves or finally go to therapy and realize how wrong this was. I don't care how sweet and affectionate it looked. And they're going to not want to talk to their parents again. In my opinion, I think this is going to stunt their development because they're not going to know how to be independent completely and not feel all this pressure of being a provider for their family, because that's what they are at this point. Oh my God. They're so young. They're so young. And it makes me so angry because they need to just not have to think about this. Like, they already have pressures on them that no kid should experience. Like, fuck.
And I love fashion, and I think my style is preppy. I love dance and making new friends, and confidence is my superpower.
And this is the newest member of the Garza crew. His name is Sammy. Say hi, everyone.
Hi.
I'm the proud mom of this twin dream team. I'm all about positivity, people, and making sure that no one ever feels left out. So what's the Sweet Sisterhood all about?
Kindness, confidence,
And always showing up for each other. Okay, so what are you girls most excited about?
I'm excited to make videos with the girls. I'm excited to meet up with the group and make videos and have fun.
Stay tuned. We have lots of fun things coming.
Peace out, bro. Peace out, sis.
This is also weird because it's like you're shoving these kids into a work relationship with other kids. Who knows if they're going to like each other or if that's going to work out. Now, the Garza crew, once again, 5.1 million followers, and every single video involving kids. Great.
Hi, guys. My name is Tiana.
My name's Scott. I'm 8 years old and she's 43. She didn't tell you guys.
Wait, what? What? Seriously, Scarlett?
She brought the home 44.
Listen, stop telling my age. We are so excited to announce that we are going to be a part of the Sweet Sisterhood. Scarlett, what are some things that you love to do?
I like to do dances. I like to draw.
You like to draw. Yes, you do. You draw very good.
And I like to...
Notice the other two pages are really, really scripted. They're very specific with their wording. Scarlett is a little bit more relaxed, which, okay, good. She's talking a little bit more like how a normal child would talk. Those other kids are so engraved to be, this is like their job and purpose. That should be creepy as hell to you guys.
That she does. I am the mother of this beautiful, confident, sweet, sassy little girl. So the Sweet Sisterhood is all about kindness, confident girls, lifting each other up, spreading love, and just being what? Our beautiful selves.
Always believe in your dreams and your heart and always be beautiful.
Yes, always be beautiful. Have a good day.
You know, another thing I just thought about is what's going to happen when the moms aren't going to work out together. Imagine if the moms get jealous and competitive and rude, because in my opinion, you're selfish if you literally post up content like this and only think about yourself with posting up your kids. So if you already are a selfish person like that, I highly doubt you're just going to be able to be totally good with a mom group full of friends if one of these kids get favoritized. I am sure these kids are going to be aware of the fact that one person or one kid might be favorited more by the internet than the other. It's weird regardless. That's going to instill some level of insecurity and discomfort. These kids should not even have an understanding about social ranking and hierarchy in the content creator space. So it looks like they are all hanging out and going to another event and they are flying out to go see each other. I just can't even begin to express to you how wrong this is and how creepy this is. I think this is just another stream of income for these parents, which is gross. They're already making a hell of a lot of money right there. 2, I am so sick and tired of people following these accounts. I understand that some people will view and be like, oh, this kid's cute, but I really, really think we need to take the rose-colored glasses off and critically think for a second. We need to go and be like, why is it these kids their lives are everywhere? I shouldn't know their favorite color. I shouldn't know they just got a tooth removed. I shouldn't know that they're having a bad day. I shouldn't be hearing my child get advice from another child on the internet. You have no idea what these kids are going through, but either way, I do not think this is set up for success, proper development for these kids, and so much more. This is just devastating in my opinion, and this is only going to get worse from here because there are not enough laws or restrictions to guarantee that this money is going to help these kids. The money is going into a trust. These kids are having a limit or making sure that they don't have their lives revolved around content. One other thing I want to talk about, and I know this is like a very stressful topic, but it is about child exploitation. There are a lot of creepy people on the internet who will save this kind of content. And with a channel that is dedicated to little girls doing get ready with me's, talking about life, making content, that is the perfect space for a creepy weirdo to go onto and watch. And with how many saves on just some of these videos alone, I know they're not all like me, where I was literally saving it because I was reacting to it to tell you guys about this. There has got to be some weirdos that are thoroughly enjoying this. Now, these parents, I know they are not unaware of that. There is no way that you as a grown adult can get on this platform and see your comments and not go, yeah, there are some people that are weird. And the fact that this is literally setting these kids up to be preyed upon is disgusting. I mean, what? You're going to go out to Target and then the 8-year-old twins are going to have someone yell out their name in public and they think that's normal? Stranger danger, hello. We also have it to where so many other people are going to know them. And like, I don't think this is creating healthy boundaries. Creepy people have way too much access to them, and that's not fair. And simply just not even that, but people in general knowing too much about these kids and seeing them. I can't even imagine my childhood memories being up on the internet like that, or even just me engaging and talking. Like, I'd be so pissed of why wasn't I allowed to be a kid? Because when I was younger, certain things in my child even, I was like, oh yeah, like I was more mature for my age. I was supposed to do that. And then when I got older, I was like, whoa, actually, that wasn't okay. I should have been a kid. I should not have had to have experienced those things. This is worse though, because it's not as if a parent is making an accident behind scenes and realizing later and correcting it in the child's adulthood. This is a parent that is making an active decision by themselves for years now, and now with other parents pushing their kids into a situation that could be very, very unsafe, in my opinion, and benefiting and making so much money. I am angry. This is disgusting. I am hoping to talk about this exact page further, but I wanted to at least get this out here now and talk about it a little bit with you guys. I think this is alarming, and I am not one to ever say like go harass people, but I do think adults like this should be shamed. I do think adults should be shamed into not posting up content like this. If you are making that much money off of your kids, get a job, do something else. And I know that's easier said than done. Trust me, I know that. But oh my God, the way I would and sell my feet pics on the internet, and I would sell whole before I ever exploited my children. You got to be out of your mind. You should be doing something else and getting employed, doing something else and making content around yourself. And if you are not interesting enough to make content just as an adult as you are, you should not be a content creator. End of story. This child exploitation stuff it's terrifying. So that was it for today's video. What do you guys think? I'm alarmed. I'm very uncomfortable, and there needs to be more laws. There needs to be more regulation. This is so incredibly unsafe. I'm pissed. I'm devastated for these kids, and I wish there was more we could do, but I just wanted to at least talk about it in hopes that people could be aware and block this kind of content off the For You page, because this is bad. So that was it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.